Hello YouTube people. Today we've been running this all day long. It's doing pretty good. Finding it's a lot of work to keep going. Once it's going, it goes good. But today what we're making is we're making kind of like Presto logs. Only the one you see down here I made using this yogurt container. I won't show the brand. And the next one we're going to make, I'm going to show you, is going to be in like a pill bottle. Or box, I mean. Okay, consistency of not mud, but I would say, let's say dry oats, very low moisture content. Start packing it into the box. This was some allergy medicine, and you're gonna burn the whole thing. You're going to throw this away anyway, so why not you reuse the containers? So as you get them, you get your sawdust wet in a container, so it's just kind of crumbly looking. Not, if you squeeze it, there'd be very little moisture come out. And I'm going to keep adding sawdust to this, so the moisture will wick up through as I add it. And that's kind of what I did to the one down here. Oh, and there's my foot.
Okay, I'm recording.
Okay, this is what our dough, our wood dough looks like. It's just kind of enough moisture to make it kind of stick together a little bit. And then we'll take this box, and we've been packing it in there. And so far I've put in the equivalent of, or not so far, but it'll probably hold this can when it's done. And we're making our own little Presto logs. The box was little Reggie's idea, and we just came up with the thought of it might be hard to do, but you could do a mac and cheese box and use like a 2x4 to impact it. And once you put it in there, you just take your spoon, and you don't want to bend your spoon, so you got to put your finger down there close to the spoon. You just pack it in, pack it in. If you didn't want to fill the box all the way, you could put a little bit of paper in the top as a fire starter. Of course, I have a feeling these are not going to be a good fire starter. They're probably going to be more like something you'd throw in like a larger log to get a little longer burn. Packing it in. And see, with that consistency, we're not getting that puddling that you get when you. And if the box blows out, who cares? If you don't like it, you squeeze it in and hold the sides in and pack it in. And there's still room in there. Okay. We've got our box full. Oops, don't want to show the label there. It ended up being more than that little tin can, little chili can. And we're just going to leave this in the box when we put it in the fireplace. No reason to remove it. unless you're afraid of the pollutants from the box. We'll let this dry out overnight and see how it is tomorrow. Good morning, Raucous Stove friends. Today, we are starting up the Raucous Stove fireplace. And I noticed I have a couple small issues to deal with a little later. But today, we're going to focus on our sawdust blocks created from different things. This one was created from a yogurt container. I just packed it in there, but when I pushed on the bottom to get it out, it kind of made this corner crumble. But other than that, it's pretty solid. All I did is pack it in with a spoon. Then this one is the one that we made out of the allergy medicine box, and the box wicked up a lot of moisture, so I'm thinking I might have to take the box off to let it continue to dry. This is after 2 days. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we're peeling the wrapper back, and it's fairly firm. And we're just going to burn this paper anyway, once it dries just a little bit. But we'll do a burn test here once we get the stove fired up. It feels pretty dry inside. I think the paper wicked up the minimal moisture I had in this. It's like smoldering up one side of the sawdust. I'm not sure if the sawdust is doing any good. Could be maybe I need a combination of something to feed the sawdust. Like I noticed some woods I put in some starter wood, and it seems to boost the temperature enough to get the other woods really going happy. A happy fire. I got a couple flames here that look like they're just kind of dancing around, which isn't good, because that means my draft isn't as good as I like it. The other day when we did temperatures, we didn't get to do the outside temperatures. The other night we went up after running this all day, and after warming the chimney all day long, we were getting 102 was what looks like a wavy steam or something coming out the top. It's kind of invisible, or it's just the heat rising, and then we measured the chimney. Looks like it's terracotta lined, so we measured the temperature of the terracotta around the top, and we were actually warming that terracotta to just slightly over 80 degrees. Couldn't get down in the Okay, I had to add wood to the mouth of the stove. We just weren't getting a good heat exchange when I put that sawdust in there. That sawdust yogurt cup of sawdust. I was getting a dancing flame, and once I add some wood about like this, so it has air coming in all around, it seems to make the fire happier, and the temps and the pipes will start coming up. I kind of let it get down a little bit so I could put the sawdust yogurt cup briquette in there to test, but it looked like it was just smoldering up the side, kind of. You can't see it in the video, but it's glowing pretty good now because it's in the main heat. But it still looks like it's just kind of smoldering. And if you had more of a sealed chamber, that would be okay. But what I think I'm seeing is when I'm not in creating the rocketing sound, that sometimes that dancing flame will lead to smoke coming out both ways. I'm going to leave you there for today. So the sawdust, I think the sawdust works best, but I don't know, other people might have better luck with making the little logs. I'm not sure if they had something they added to their recipe, and I just did a simple, sawdust and water. 3 days drying time, almost 3 days. And it's holding up. I'm surprised. I mean, there's no adhesives, no nothing in it, and it's holding up. I got that piece of wood there, pressing down on it. So as soon as that burns out, that piece of wood will collapse down on it and take over the flame. So we're all learning here more on the different uses of rocket stoves, and eventually this one will be like some of the others where it has a tank here. I just got to find a small enough tank to fit in the fireplace opening, and then run the pipes around it, or on the sides of it maybe. So what I'm thinking about, since my fireplace opening I don't want to change, is only just barely under 2 feet tall. I'm thinking one of those short water heaters. If I can find one somebody pulled out but the tank's still good, then strip it down to just the tank and build a short rocket stove. The only problem with it being short is your heat exchanger's fairly small then, compared to some of the ones we've seen, like the first rocket stove that somebody used with a fireplace set on the mantle, and he had the fireplace doors over the front, and he just knocked one piece of glass out and put cardboard in there, and had the big water tank looking unit sitting out on the hearth, ducted into there. Didn't look too pretty, but what we're trying to do is we're all trying to save money in our world. We have to do what we can. So God bless you all, and we're all riding in the same boat together. We're all learning from each other. God bless.